Good afternoon, First Lady.
Good afternoon.
Thank you, first of all, for agreeing to be a part of our interview today.
Absolutely.
I just wanted to start out with an easy question.
Okay, all right.
What is one of your earliest memories that you have of being here at PABC?
Well, I remember coming here when I was a child, about 11 or 12. My mother and brother and I came looking for a new church home, and my brother and I really appreciated and understood the message that Reverend Ramsey, who was the pastor at the time, preached. And we just thought this is a place where we can really learn and grow. It's just something about it that drew us. And my mom let us make that decision. And then I remember not long after I joined, they welcomed me as a new person to get involved with one of the children's musicals. I still remember the name of it. It was called Hey God, I Really Love You. I even remember the song, but I'm not going to go there and sing it. And then lastly, I remember shortly after we joined that our deacon came to our home. The deacons used to make a home visit right away after you joined, and so that way you would know who they were and set off that relationship.
Very impressive.
Yeah.
So tell me something, since we're all about community here, how has the community around the church changed from then versus now?
Well, the community around the church and the church have kind of changed both in the same way. There weren't that many African American members of the church or in the community when we first started coming. And bit by bit that began to change, and we have the demographic that we have now where both our church and the community is predominantly African American. And of course that has influenced our worship style and those things that we have now. People who come in now today and see how we worship have no idea how it was back in the 70s. It was very different, and we were much more traditional in our approach. And you didn't hear a whole lot of amens and shouting and moving around. But I have just been blessed to be here because no matter what our worship style, I'm always able to have a personal encounter with God. And I just thank God for my church family and all that I've learned here.
Well, thank you for sitting down with us today. I look forward to speaking with you in the near future.
All right, amen. And I'm excited. Happy anniversary, PABC.
Happy anniversary. So, Deacon Douglas, can you tell us again, what do you think has helped catapulted this church in the 65 years? How did we get here?
I think that it has been the mission and vision that has helped us get to where we are today. While our mission and vision direct us, we want to be the disciples that replicate the life of Christ through our compassion, through our participation in the community, through the ministries that PABC has had. Whether it's the bus ministry, where we were going into the community and bringing in children to the church for Sunday school, which led us also to have a clothing ministry because many of the children that we picked up had needed clothing, or it caused us to start a breakfast program. So often the children were put on the bus by their parents on Sunday morning without having had breakfast. So we started a breakfast program, and it has been embellished over the years so that it not only serves for just the Sunday school children, but it has helped us to increase our Sunday school attendance not only in the children's department, but also as a part of the adults. The other ministries where we've had gone into the community to help young single mothers with the Women's Empowerment Ministry, or whether or not it's the men going out quarterly to Central Union to speak to those men at the mission. These are all things that have, over the years, I think, helped us as a church show compassion to the community. And not only as we show the compassion, it is us fulfilling our purpose to be disciples of Christ and to reach out into the community.
So, Dr. Danvers, tell me, how long have you been at PABC?
I've been a member since 1974.
Oh, wow. Can you tell me your fondest memory about being here at PABC?
The most impressive thing was becoming a deacon. And I stayed a deacon for a couple of years, taught Sunday school, and then moved on to another church because of expediency. And but I found something about this church was rather unique in a sense. First of all, I found there were people who could pray, and at the same time, and I said to myself, I said, I've never felt prayer hit with me now as I did many, many years ago. And so I said to the new pastor, I said, this is one church that I've always thought about. There are some people who could actually pray and get through, and they're still here. And I came back, and here I am. After all those years, I had to come back because this is the area where people pray, and it seemed to me they meant that. And that's a lot to me. Of course, the Bible backs that, and I'm a fond believer in the Bible.
Why did you join PABC?
You want me to say? Well, one reason why we joined was that it was close to home, and it only took us about 5 minutes to get to church. We could come early or we could stay late, and we'd still be close to home. And then we had such a tremendous welcome. That was the other reason. I mean, I was really overwhelmed because of the welcome that we received.
Was it the people or the leadership?
The leadership and the people. The people were extremely kind and nice and welcoming, you know. And we had only been there for a day, one Sunday, and then we came back. And that's when we looked at each other and said, you want to join now? You want to join now? And we decided to go ahead and join. I guess it was our second visit there, Earl?
I don't.
You don't remember?
I don't remember when it was the second one.
Well, but anyway, we did join, and Reverend Ramsey was tremendous. He came to visit us almost as soon as we joined, and we received such a wonderful letter from him that I decided to keep it, and it has turned yellow now.
Wow.
Because it was such a nice, welcoming letter, and I really do treasure it. And I pass it on to our daughter.
How long have you been here, man?
Oh man, how long have I been here? Oh gosh, I'm gonna say 25 plus. I know I don't look that, and like 25. You look like you're younger than 20, but 25 plus.
And mama was carrying you in the church, right?
Dad, no, actually I came here with my nana. My nana actually is the one that brought me here, and I've been a seed since growing here. So yeah.
So what feeds your soul here at PABC?
The family, the love that's in PABC since the beginning when I started here, from when I became an active youth member to now. It's just the love that I receive here that keeps me here, and especially now the youth. You know, and the way I grew up here with the youth ministry and how they have conditioned and helped me grow into the man I am. I want to do the same thing for the youth here.
So you see yourself in a youth ministry?
Look, we're not about to have that conversation because I'm not about to sit here at all and get anybody hopes all of like, oh my God, he's thinking about being a pastor and youth. I'm just gonna say watch and see.
Okay. Well, I'm a watch, and we're going to see what God does.
And that's all that's important.
Okay, so but what role do you feel God is calling you to fill here for the future growth of PABC?
Well, to continue to be unusual as I am, continue to bring an unusual flavor. Like through service, I give a DJ 3J feel when I give the disciples opportunity, the announcements. Also with the kids, you know, giving them a different way to look at the word as in for they can understand it instead of, you know, us adults, because they're not there yet mostly, but, you know, just to give them a whole new feel, you know, just give a whole new flavor to the world, an unusual flavor, you know, as we have now, and continue with transformation. Praise the Lord.
Well, I'm going to keep on looking for your unusual ways of creativity in the house of the Lord, man. Thank you so much, man.
All right.
What are you most proud of regarding PABC since you've been here?
Well, since I've been here, I've just seen the growth in the community as well, from all the things and the activities and the things that the Pennsylvania Avenue Baptist Church bring forth to the community, to where I've seen a change. I've seen people that have come and have gone back out into the community to share what they have learned. I'm proud to be a member here. I'm proud of my growth. Because when I came, oh my goodness, I was a broken, wounded vessel, completely shattered. And I'm proud to see my accomplishments from all the love and everything that I get here from Pennsylvania Avenue Baptist Church, my pastor, First Lady. So that has been tremendous for me.
How did you get to this church, and why did you decide to stay?
I live in Ward 7 in this neighborhood in Washington, D.C., so I pass this church often going to work, and I decided to stop in one Sunday. I think I stayed because of the love and the sweet spirit of this church.
And how long has it been since you've joined the church?
I've been a member of this church about 5 full years now. So,
praise the Lord. Okay, so where do you feel God calling PABC to grow?
I would love to see our church more reflective of the true demographic of DC. DC is a very diverse city, and we have a lot of space and a lot of love, I think, in the hearts of parishioners of PABC to welcome those people into this church. And I'd love to see people grow in this church and be welcomed in this church as I feel I was.
Since I have time, I just want to follow up, and I know
Sure.
you didn't prepare this one, but what do you see, what could we do to possibly bring that diverse community in here?
Well, I know we have a very active outreach ministry. There are missions we do in other countries and, again, throughout DC. I'd like to see more people get involved in that, and where we take our ministries outside of the four walls of PABC.
All right, praise the Lord.
Amen.
Praise the Lord. Thank you so much for taking the time to stop by and talk to me today.
Yes.
So, Pastor Kerry, can you tell me, what do you see the vision for PABC, let's say, within the next 5 years?
The vision of PABC in the next 5 years is rooted in what we were called to do in the first place, and that's be a church that's at the center of a community. At being at the center of a community, it is so very important for us to create an environment where you can live, play, work, and worship. And as such, we're looking forward to doing what the original founders had intended, and that's reaching disciples and building community. They actually had a great vision in mind because it was the vision of God from the beginning. And we will continue that vision, and I enjoy doing so by being the 8th pastor, and the 8 being the number of new beginning. We will continue to build the vision that God has set for this place. So look for housing, and look for all sorts of restaurants, look for all sorts of things that come in and around our place. Because at PABC of the future, you will live there, you will have fun there and play there, you will work there, you will worship there, and it will be one community. It will create jobs in the community. It will allow you to worship as during the day as well as late at night. You will have prayer gardens, and you will have all sorts of opportunities for people to really find themselves rejoicing in the Lord while they live here. And we'll reach out into the community like never before. We'll reach out and so that kids can learn and do science, technology, engineering, and math, as well as the arts. That we'll look for adults to have job training as well as other things. And this is because we believe that the social must be connected to the spiritual. And as such, we will be witnesses of Jesus Christ. As Jesus reminded us, the Spirit of the Lord is upon me because he's anointed me to do some great and wonderful things. And when this happens, watch out, because God is doing some transformative work in the neighborhood at Pennsylvania Avenue and 30th Southeast. God bless you, and may heaven smile on the Pennsylvania Avenue Baptist Church and its rich future.